I'm News 2 Today meteorologist Josh Marthers, and most days here in the Lowcountry, our weather's gorgeous, just like this. But at the end of 2017, first part of 2018, boy, we had a wild ride between Hurricane Irma and a record-setting snowstorm. It was quite the time to remember here in the lower part of South Carolina. There it is on radar, sliding north-northwest this morning with all these heavy showers and thunderstorms gathering steam off in the Atlantic. And we're starting to get a pretty good band moving onshore right now onto Folly Beach this morning, down to the south near Edisto Beach as well. These will be moving in. You can see a little bit of a break here from near Summerville to Goose Creek up into parts of Berkeley County, but that will fill in. Light rain from St. George down to Walterboro up to St. Stephen. Some heavier showers moving into Williamsburg County right now, right around King Street and down across interior portions of Georgetown County near Andrews. The Georgetown Beach is dry for now, but a rain band is getting ready to come in off the ocean. Well, Jacksonville is a little more protected than Charleston Harbor is. We're closer to the ocean and we're a little more exposed. And what my concern is that some of that wave action is going to get into Charleston Harbor and actually overtop the battery as we head through mid-morning into the afternoon hours. The storm surge has arrived and it is here. We are now reaching major flood stage exceeding 8 feet in Charleston Harbor, and the forecast is for the tide gauge to go to 10 to 12 feet. That would exceed the tide level reached during Hurricane Matthew, and it would also challenge the record set in Charleston Harbor by Hurricane Hugo in 1989. Again, this is a dangerous situation unfolding right now in downtown Charleston and along the entire South Carolina coast.
And you got to keep in mind too, we're now past low tide this morning.
Right.
It occurred about 15 minutes or so ago. So you're looking out the window, looking at those tidal basins right now. They're only going to go up from here.
Our low tide right now is essentially where high tide is normally, based off of what we're seeing right now across the area.
That brings it home right there, yeah.
And what's going to happen is all this rain that's falling right now, since we are past low tide, has absolutely nowhere to go. It's just going to stay, and it's going to rise as the tide moves in. So, hey guys, good morning. I hope you're having a good start to your day. Winter storm warning is in place for the low country of South Carolina, and on Storm Team 2 live radar this morning, we're starting to see some light mixed precipitation now across parts of Jasper County and Beaufort County out on the immediate coastline there. Most of this is likely not reaching the ground, but it's a sign that the atmosphere is starting to moisten up. And look at the snow, sleet, and freezing rain developing across South Georgia, and some of this is heavy, and that's why, based off of radar trends this morning and the latest guidance, we have just made some adjustments to our accumulation forecast, and I want to show those to you now. We have shifted the heavier snow now, we think, across Berkeley County, Dorchester County, Eastern Colleton, out through Charleston County into Williamsburg and Georgetown County, where we think 2 to 5 inches of snow will fall. Now, with a little more mixing coming into play closer to the water, that snow total forecast is 1 to 4 out toward the beaches with 1/10 of an inch of ice, and we think up to 3 inches will fall from Walterboro to St. George and just west of King Street, a little bit farther away from the moisture source. So here's what to expect with our impact board. Icy bridges and roads, those are big ticket problems here out of this storm, and these hazardous travel conditions will develop, I think, by the midday hours. Tree damage and power outages, we're going to have to keep an eye on that too, as this will be a heavy wet snow, and our electrical grid is a little sensitive, okay? And it's not really up for stuff like this. It doesn't like ice and cold very much. We're geared for hurricanes. We're not really geared for winter storms. And bursting pipes are also a concern here, as well, as temperatures will remain below freezing across a good part of the low country as we head through the day, with the potential for very heavy snow as we head into the mid and late afternoon hours. Some computer guidance is cranking out a higher forecast total than I have. I'm taking into account some melting and some mixing, which the computer models don't really do a good job with this close to the coast. That's why, if you're going to see some maps, trust me, you're going to see some maps on social media this morning that have 6, 7, 8 inches of snow. Not out of the realm of possibilities, but we have to take that number down because of some initial melting and mixing, okay? That's why we have our 2 to 5 inch number, which I think is a pretty solid estimate here of what's going to happen.